Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Speedgaming Live 2024 Aria of Sorrow Randomizer Online Tournament. We have a losers round match between GarniTexas and Cherubim, and this is on the Thief Mode preset.
Losers semifinals of that, I believe, as well. And for those who don't know, what Thief Mode preset means is that there will be no equipment drops throughout the entire map outside of, or no equipment's placed in the entire map or from the shop. The only equipment you can find, be that weapons or armor, is going to be from enemy drops. So knowing what enemies drop items, what enemies have 2 item drops, is going to be a very important skill set specifically to have here. We are almost finished setting up, so it shouldn't be too much longer before we get started. We're just waiting for one of the runners to be ready here in a moment. But there are some equipment you're pretty much always on the lookout for. Naturally, a lot of your high-end equipment like Claim Solace, Gungnir, Levitain, Calidbolg you always want to see. Good elemental coverage like Milliken's Sword, Rahab's Sword, or just kind of like general mid-range equipment can often carry you far. A lot of stuff like the Kunitsuna or the Yasutsuna, just good multi-hit weapons for Chaos later on, or even just good straight sword options like the Gram can be very valuable to find.
Yes, Thief Mode has been very much so Thief Mode giveth and Thief Mode taketh away. We've seen Thief Modes just drop insane items, and we've seen Thief Modes just drop nothing.
And it's become kind of a running bit almost at this point of Rahab's is simply the game-winning item. If you see someone get a Rahab's, they're pretty much just guaranteed the victory, it seems. I think it's happened almost 4 different times now, where we've seen Claim drop once from Red Minotaur, I believe. I'm trying to think of some more notable ones. Oh, and we had a Demon's Mail drop yesterday, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, because it was Cherubim. No, I believe it was actually Cherubim's other seed where he had we had another Claim drop, and we had kind of the light versus darkness where we had someone with like Claim and Eversing versus Cherubim with Demon's Mail and Calidbolg. And just a bit of a history here is that Cherubim and Garni, I believe, are pretty good friends. I know they practice together a lot, so this is kind of a bit of an interesting matchup because of it. And it looks like they will be getting off here in just a moment, so it should be just a minute or so before we get going. Cherubim's effectively Garni's too when it comes to Aria. That is what I believed the case was, but I didn't want to say that without knowing 100%.
So I guess we will see if the student has surpassed the master.
I'll do my best to not make too many Star Wars jokes, but I make very little promises.
No, make all the Star Wars jokes.
I'm just saying, if we get another like Claim Solace versus like Demon's Mail, Calidbolg, and Final Sword situation, it's just Obi-Wan Anakin.
For sure.
One's gonna find Hippogriff first, and it's gonna be the easiest layup for a joke of my life.
So as with Thief Mode, it is normal objectives. So we'll be looking for books and souls and boss requirements.
Yeah.
It's like a witch sword to start.
Yeah, that's an interesting start.
And we will get we'll get everything synced up here in just a moment. I think that was tea and potion off of Zombie. So not bad healing. Oh, we will get those adjusted, folks. Just hold on.
I may have flipped the sync again.
Whoa.
Oh. So I tried to offset it. So, I'm just making work for
There we go.
Sync it up.
We're good.
We got lubricant as well, which is important there. And for something that we need to mention here is the Soul Compass is going to be a little bit different than most people who've watched Aria are used to, just in the fact that because every check is a soul check, not every soul canister will actually deplete the soul counter. So you have to pay attention to which canisters actually will deplete the soul counter for potential mandatory souls that would be for your book checks, or all gray and mobility souls will always be a soul counter, and books as well.
Well, Dorian and Cherubim deciding that just punching Creaking Skeleton here is going to be a lot faster than using Whip Sword.
Honestly, with Resist Slash, I have to agree. The faster punch attack of it is just going to make up a lot compared to how slow the Whip Sword is for only, like, what, a 1 damage differential? Whip Sword's just going to end up being a lot safer.
I think that's the slowest Creaking Skull I've ever seen in an Aria randomizer.
Resist Slash can be really mean sometimes.
Finding Killer Mantle off of that red canister there. It's a very nice pickup.
Yeah,
good for killing certain enemies.
It's also a surprisingly decent, like, high power soul overall. It can make for some decent non-elemental damage. But notably, it'll be very good later on if they find it for farming Red Minotaur.
There's Undine. Very early.
Mimic is an interesting find here. Garni once again deciding to unequip the Whip Sword and just punch this Crusader skeleton or Skeleton Knight to death. Honestly, they haven't found any insanely good red souls, which is something that you kind of want to see early on in Thief mode because it can help simplify combat a lot. Garni electing to simply throw hands for most of the fight, and you know what? Who can blame him? Although Whip Sword may be able to reach this canister here. Demon Lord, their first real kind of high-value red soul. The problem is, this early on with their levels, it's going to be very expensive, and I think he actually off-screened that Demon Lord before it got the canister. Yeah.
Cherubim about to do the Demon Lord himself here in just a minute. Getting the canister there for Bat.
Unfortunate.
Not a great bullet soul. Doing some farming here on the Catoblepus. Is not a fast farm. Just a cloth tunic. Not great. Does Catoblepus have 2 drops? Then there's Malphus right there. So finding double jump early is always nice. Don't have to dread a flight seed.
Yeah. Oh, High Mind Up is actually a very nice kind of quality drop to get there.
Gonna want to purpose that was the soul.
Probably gonna want to kill most of the Skeleton Knights along the way just for the chance at those. Now he's gonna find Bat as well. Nice synced soul collection there.
Cherubim gonna check the upper left door here to find Underground Cemetery. 1 check.
Could be worth going into just to check the boss, see if it's something you can do early.
We'll see if Garni's going to do the same thing here. So both runners in each other's footsteps at the moment.
It's worth noting as well that there is some level of weight to the drop quality that enemies can have. Just that higher level or later featured enemies in the castle do have a higher chance at having better quality items. And Cemetery is a somewhat late game area, so if you find any... But there's the problem. Those Were-Jaguars can be brutal.
Yep, Were-Jaguars hitting you for 50 damage, multi-punches. Just hurt.
And luckily there wasn't really too much loss there, as he did have a save right before it, so... Headhunter is a boss that's pretty doable early on.
Do not envy their position with their equipment.
Weak to fire is nice. It means Demon Lord and Werewolf can do a great deal here.
Yeah, Demon Lord doing about 135 right there.
Yeah, the only problem is its cost right now, especially at their relatively low level.
Garni getting through phase 1 here first. Cherubim right behind him.
Although Cherubim did have a very unfortunate with Demon Lord there. That's a lot of mana. It's also just with the way Headhunter moves around a lot makes getting multi-hits with Demon Lord pretty challenging too, so... It's kind of an awkward soul to use here, but not the worst, and it should still make this pretty doable. We're already seeing kind of some dips into the high mind-ups, which I think is probably the right choice here.
Yeah, Garni saw the high mind-ups. Cherubim, I don't believe, did.
Good triple hit with the Demon Lord there. The way it kind of extended through the tongue hurt box there was really nice.
So Cherubim making some use out of lubricant strats here, but does need to be careful. And
Garni
down goes Headhunter for Garni. And Siren off of Headhunter, very nice. Good source of curse damage there.
Yeah, it's a fairly economical soul that's good for hitting through walls, especially much cheaper than, say, Demon Lord, and curse damage is always a premium. Sadly, wasn't able to get that tag onto that Flame Demon that he wanted there, because if that was Curse Week, it would have been a pretty solid farm, even for some early levels, but...
Rippers that just resists 3 elements. And Zombie Officer is the one live check here.
Unfortunate jump from Headhunter on Cherubim's end, too. Threw out that Demon Lord, and right as he did, Headhunter jumped back up to the ceiling just to screw with him.
Ooh, needs to be careful here.
Yeah, using his last healing, but it should be fairly safe from here. Especially with the distance offered by Whipsword. And both of them being able to cross Cemetery off their list now is pretty nice, especially for any potential objectives later on. This Headhunter just refuses to leave the ceiling.
And down goes Headhunter for Cherubim. As I say, Cherubim will want to be careful here. Probably is going to go and save and heal real quick. So no equipment drops, but a lot of healing and MP restoration. Minus the one cloth tunic we saw earlier.
Yeah, so far a surprising scarcity of drops, and then I do believe we did see both equip the rare ring, so that's a claim.
And there's Claim Solace. Okay, so Whipsword be damned. Claim Solace is now in the house.
Incredible! It's always the rock armor.
It's always rock armor has the game-winning item.
Rock armor and disc armor, I swear, are weighted higher than any other enemy in this game. I always see disc armor drop something completely insane, too.
And Manicore right down there.
Wow. Alright, claim Manicore. GG, you've won the seed. Find books, find Skula, you're set.
Yep, combat becoming now relatively trivial. Ooh, high potions off those rippers, but have to instantly use it there. Yeah, this ripper room right here in the cemetery is just pretty bad.
Yeah. It's not as bad as it was last year when we had the backdash preset. Trying to get through that without Black Panther is just... Oh, and there's a Gungnir! The one weapon better than Claim! Wow, he really has just Gungnir Claim, huh?
Gungnir Claim Manicore. Could have just walked straight into to Legion here.
I don't... I don't think there's a role Legion could have here that makes it a problem, I've got to be honest.
Nope.
Oh, and it's weak to fire for Demon Lord. Wow.
Yeah, Claim doing 250 a swing here.
I've got some people saying citation needed for Gungnir being better than Claim. You don't need a citation for what you know is true in your heart.
Very true. And the curly off of Legion there.
And not to mention and
Bat.
Bat.
All right, the progression of this seed is currently on fire. It is flying away.
This is just wow. He's electing not to go through Clock Tower, which I suppose is pretty fair. Wanting to go probably for some of those flight-locked entrances and corridors, because they're a lot more awkward to get to compared to this entrance here, so... I think that's a pretty good decision, honestly.
I'd have to agree.
And the question is whether Cherubim's going to get his lucky with some of these drops, be it the Claim off of Rock Armor or the Gungnir from, what was it, the Great Armor?
Yes, Gungnir was off of Great Armor. So with Giant Bat can get through the bottom entrance here to study.
Yeah, Giant Bat is effectively just a slide as well, so it's like 3 mobility checks in one.
So Cherubim doing some farming off the Tiny Devil here, finding an Uncursed Potion off of it. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
No. Finding... Wow, the dichotomy of the drops between Rock Armor being Claim Solace and the dungeon map #1.
You know, sometimes... Oh, he is farming it though, so if we're lucky.
So he does recognize there is 2 drops off of it. So hopefully he'll get that claim pretty quick. And there's dungeon map 1 again.
The question is if he commits to the drop here or whether he just ends up not... Oh, nope, he gets the claim. All right.
Oh, okay, there we go. So equal in their swords here.
Other day was map 3 and final sword. Amazing.
Wow. So resist slash.
Another Fire Week boss. Yeah. All 3 so far have been Fire Week.
So annoying the resist slash, but Valor will not be a problem here for Garni.
Yeah, the holy element of Claim saying that, like, hey, I'm not doing slash damage anyway unless I really need to, so...
There's the rush. There's Mana Core for Cherubim. So Sculpt Million, that's a good source of poison damage.
Oh yeah. And I'm interested to see whether Cherubim's going to see that same decision here after defeating Legion, getting Bat, whether he's going to go back or whether he's going to keep going through Clock Tower. And did also get... We are on even footing.
Very nice. It was both first try on those Gungnirs. Yeah, in terms of item drops, man, at this point, the only thing you can really ask for is some better armor and maybe some easier source of food.
I mean, you know, they could always go for like a Demon's Mail or a Death's Robe, but you... I feel like you can't ask for too much at this point.
All right, and Carney finding the back of Waterfall here.
And Were Jaguar is a fun soul, if nothing else.
So killing both Valor and Legion has given Garni a lot of levels.
Oh,
here.
I did not see that. Cherubim did get a ninja suit off of a Cognazzo and died to Legion. He got shot.
Ooh,
unfortunate.
Unlucky.
Oh, there's a blue book spotted. So Eastern Reservoir is going to be a blue book location, which is unfortunate. But ninja suit is a very decent set of armor.
Waiter Skeleton, my beloved. I didn't see if that was that took down the Soul Compass or not.
Silk Robe is not great, but it technically boosts your in. It might be better than the gym clothes he's wearing if he tries to do Rush Soul stuff. Succubus is a huge pickup for both of them as well, just due to having Gugner. That is effectively a lot of the healing you could ever require. Army Jacket is another good drop, so...
And Cherubim taking down Legion there. Tall Hammer off of the Poison Worm. Flying Armor.
Still no... Oh, 4 check arena. That is a surprisingly loaded arena. And we do have the ability to full clear it, so he may very well opt for that. Especially with his current equipment setup, it shouldn't prove too much of an issue. Cherubim is electing to go through Clock Tower. Yasutsuna is actually a notable weapon drop for Cherubim there. It's a good multi-hit weapon. On, you know, the off chance Chaos resists both Holy and Slash. In which case they have Gungner, so you know what? Yasutsuna is a cool drop, not very useful here. Cherubim is finding Eastern, but there's no Skula in sight, so if he's lucky, there will be a Skula drop here in the above water portions, but we'll have to wait and see.
Double Soul here, we'll see if this is anything notable. Yeah, just Skeletonite. And a melon off of that Skull Million.
That is a potentially, like, tempting farm to make.
There's an Aranus, a very nice pickup.
Sadly, Aranus, after both Legion and Balor have been defeated on his end, but...
True. Nice Valkyrie pickup for Cherubim there.
And Grunting as well.
Ooh, nice use of Cockatrice there.
Always love seeing that, Soul. I was really hoping that would be a yellow.
Skula continues to elude us here, and it's the last required soul that they really need, and getting Bird Gang off of the lubricants. So the Bird Gang stays winning.
This does unfortunately mean as well that Cherubim's going to have to go all the way back through Clock Tower to get back to Corridors. Which is a pretty big tempo swing in Garni's favor. Just very unfortunate for Cherubim that Clock Tower's top right exit ended up being something that completely hard-walled him.
And there was Skula for Garni right there in Arena.
Yeah,
and finding great armor.
Garni not even bothering to go up and save or anything either before going to the boss here, just because he knows he's already dealt with pretty much everything that could be an actual threat at this point.
And there's Slide. Very funny. Slide would have required that, would have led into that Skula.
Who needs Slide when you can simply become Bat?
True. Well, at this point, Garni pretty much has the whole castle open to him. Still looking for garden, still looking for top floor, and of course, our book requirements.
Ideally, Hippogriff as well. Hippogriff's always a very nice quality of life option to have, even if you do still have Bat. Which,
And
there it
there's
is.
All right.
I guess we just have to keep talking for them.
Ask and you shall receive, my friend.
We say there aren't enough drops, they get a claim. We say Hippogriff would be nice, there it is.
Garni finding that the bottom of Reservoir just leads to the top of the tower climb here.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to probably check the other flight locked entrance here. No, or he might just be doing that check and going straight back to Reservoir. All right. And Cherubim then finding the lore. Although I have no doubt that he'll be able to take it down about as easily as Garni did with his equipment setup.
Yeah, at this point we just need Garni to get a Kicker Skeleton and Galamoth to fill out the little deck here before finding a single book.
We do at least know where one is, and it looks like he's already on his way, booking it to Easton as quickly as he can, knowing there's that blue book waiting for him.
I think Garni finding that Yatsasuna off the bomber armor.
Once again, just making sure that they even out their equipment situation as much as possible. I think the only thing he's missing that Cherubim does have is the ninja suit, right? But he did find the army jacket too, which kind of evens that out, so.
I didn't see what was off those needles.
I almost never do.
Thought it might have been Cream Puff, but I could be wrong. Oh, there's Photo Mage. Hello.
We can't keep getting away with this.
Alright, just, you know, for the culture, please find...
Kicker Skeletons in Eastern. Cherubim currently finishing his way through study as well. Honestly, he's pretty much just I imagine he's going to be following pretty much a shadow of what Garni's done this part. I mean, even the decision we saw from Garni to leave Clock Tower and go back to Corridors pretty much ended up being a forced decision, as Clock Towers led to Eastern, where you couldn't progress either way. And we haven't had many areas that actually have like multiple exits so far.
Alright, folks, let's all join our hands together and try to manifest Kicker Skeleton in the next 2 checks.
It pretty much has to be this southern check here, or we're out of luck.
Please game for the culture. No! Just an imp. Well, we won't get to see our first book. It is Blue Book. And what is it? It is Cemetery Boss, which they have already done.
That somewhat trolly headhunter did end up being mandatory.
Garni finding the other portion of Clock Tower here.
Although he is going to have the opportunity to use Skula to get to the warp locked section, do the other checks towards the bottom, and find out what that exit is as well.
Cherubim using Cockatrice there to get that canisters on that flight check there.
Very good soul usage from Lural. Yeah, Garni just save splitting out after finding that both clock tower checks there on the left side were just empty, so kind of cutting his time loss as much as possible there. Cherub finding Dance Hall here.
Yeah, Dance Hall, I believe.
There's Kicker.
There's Kicker. So yeah, Garni saw Dance Hall very early. It was the first door on the left there in corridors.
Yeah, just kind of opted out of it because just there were better options at the time. Without double jump, Dance Hall can be kind of worthless.
And there's top floor off the bottom of Clock Tower.
2 checks at that. Top floor into inner quarters is an interesting one.
So gym clothes off of those student witches there.
I'm starting to honestly think that there's a very good chance that top floor is going to connect to gardens at this point. Wrecking Ball entrance could be gardens.
Very good possibility. There is blocked FA. Yes, Nightmare. Garni did pick up Nightmare. Very good Bullet Soul.
Yeah, there's not a single thing Garni could ask for right now. Honestly. He has Siren. So I guess the only weapon, and Onakiri there too. So they both did get Siren, so they even have curse damage.
Yeah, Siren was the drop off of Headhunter boss.
Unless he really wants like a final sword or an Excalibur, maybe.
Oh, there's Galamoth there in Dance Hall.
Yeah, it's a good time option for Cherubim. Slash weak death. Insane. This good use of Skyfish here.
Skyfish, the rare Skyfish usage here.
295. Oh, I love to see it.
Also, death in inner quarters. This is where I normally find death. This is, to me, is his vanilla home.
He's just on vacation, man.
So Yellow Book.
There's Yellow Book.
Gargoyle off of Arc Demon. I don't think we've seen Gargoyle yet.
We did just see Arc Demon.
True, we did just see Arc Demon, so...
And they do have Gargoyle, so...
Oh, they do? Okay.
I believe Cherubim has it as well, but I'm not 100%.
Not sure. I'll wait to see when we see the Yellow Soul. Ooh, a Silver Plate.
Silver Plate
armor they've seen so far.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, an Iron Golem, very nice.
Very
just to
nice.
get to the castle here. And Garni just wants to go, go, go.
Do backdash.
Do backdash. So at this point, we're just looking for Red Book, and knowing that we have one soul and one boss requirement already,
yeah,
makes guessing a little awkward.
Something you probably don't want to do unless you feel like you're really put in a rough situation. And then there's FA, which we know is just going to loop back to quarters for him, but it'll be faster than actually walking through the left end of quarters. So.
Yeah, but it's one check FA. You have to do it.
Oh, it is one check FA. You're right.
It's a book. You know you gotta do it.
Yeah, this is I'm gonna say it's the duplicate blue book actually.
Cherubim found Gardens. That must have been off of the that exit in Dance Hall. So check's not there right there in FA off the vanilla claim spot, so we gotta dig deeper.
I wonder if my suspicion's going to be confirmed here too. If Cherubim checks the other Gardens entrance, if it's going to be the locked top floor entrance.
will be convenient later for Graham if it is the case.
So
Ooh,
many high
wow,
potions. That is your healing solve, and it was the
It's
red
just
book in FA.
Winged skeleton, which
I think he doesn't have it.
doesn't have it. No, what did it come off of? It was fish head. Hey, levitate off of a dead warrior there.
Oh, that's huge.
Very nice pickup. And an arc demon.
Oh. Cherubim also finding the School of Dupe.
Very nice.
So yeah, School of Dupe, Arc Demon, and Levitain were all pretty good. Mana Prisms as well off the Flame Demons.
Oh, there's the ninja suit off the Cognazo.
Looking like Garni may be opting for the farm here. Only downside is
him.
they do resist Holy, so wait, did it drop off Killer Fish or Fish Heads?
No, it's fish heads, not killer
yeah,
fish.
right? Okay. I thought it was Fish Head too.
He's farming the wrong enemy here, unfortunately.
Skull Necklace and Gungner from Kicker. Wow, a second Gungner drop.
Garni really wants these cream puffs.
The ones he's leaving to rot in the water, all soggy. Yeah.
It's the 2-second rule in the water here.
Cherubim, meanwhile, found a chapel. Interesting. Okay.
All right, well,
He got the succubus drop and is like, oh.
wait a minute. No, the fish heads are right there. Let's farm them. Oh, wooden golem. That's a nice pickup.
All right, that was amazing.
Between between all those high puffs or those high potions, the cream puffs, Garni is pretty set for healing.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
So at this point, there's really not much that can stop Garni.
I'm curious to see where Chapel's gonna lead out to.
The
Chapel leads to lock top floor. So I was kinda right.
It's it gets there eventually.
I was one area removed, but Yeah, I'm pretty sure Fish Head's vanilla drop rate isn't particularly high, and they don't have Soul Eater Ring in this preset, just Rare Ring, so that makes this kind of an awkward farm to do, but it's... Honestly, I may have taken the bet just going to top floor and saying it'll be there.
Skeleton.
He did get it.
So that puts Garni in go mode. He's gonna start. He's gonna head off the top floor here.
Oh yeah.
Nice tall hammer pick up off the poison worm again.
Oh, makes a good point. The farm would actually go better if you unequip the... Actually, no, I don't think it matters because fish heads don't have a drop anyway.
Correct. Fish head has no drop, so it's not going to drop chances.
Yeah, because for those who don't know, an enemy can't drop their soul and an item drop at the same time. You either get one or the other. There's Flesh Golem. I think they have some spoiled milk, so that could matter. That's like a full heal for them.
Yeah, I know. I saw Cherubim was definitely full up on spoiled milk.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the Rare Ring would interact in the case that it doesn't have an item drop anyway with the souls, because normally Rare Ring does make soul farming harder if the enemy does have a drop.
It wouldn't shock me if it did.
Listen, the game was developed in like 3 days. Give him a break.
True.
Oh, he's keeping the Rare Ring over the Lucky Charm.
But it's lucky.
He's gonna get crit. He's gonna get crit by Graham now. 6 Skyfish usage. Listen, Thunder Week. Just saying.
That those were beef curries off of the needles.
Oh, wow. Healing has not been a problem this seed. Actually, this has been a very generous thief seed.
Yeah, in terms of thief seeds, this is probably one of the more generous ones I've ever seen.
Yeah, just have, you know, claim 2 sources of Gungnir, Levitain, Silver Plate, some other good armor options, or like mid-tier armor options. Go wild.
He didn't.
He killed Graham too quickly. I can't believe it. He never came to possess those powers.
Well, that's a slight misstep from Garni here, but we'll quickly make its way back here.
We've all been there.
We've all done it.
Oh, noticeably he is actually leaving the claim equipped right now for the int buff it offers for Manticore.
And back into phase 2 we go here. Let's make sure we have our souls equipped. So
this time we actually got to find out he wasn't Dracula. Oh, Cherubim just found Graham too.
Yeah, he did, off of the Red Minotaur. He dropped him though, they're no longer friends apparently.
Yeah. Can't believe the Red Minotaur canceled Graham.
I know. Yeah, and down goes Graham for Garni. So Garni still hasn't seen Guardians,
wow.
He will have to go find it.
Yeah, he's not even bothering to check what's I think he's probably making the same assumption I did, which is simply going to be connected to top floor here. Garni also just not even bothering to check whatever souls were behind Graham and just moving on.
So he will see Chapel here.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be a little bit disappointed by that, but the fact that Chapel just connects into Gardens anyway makes it just a temporary stopgap, if nothing else. Cherubim's still working his way through Arena at the moment. The pacing of this seed has been really interesting so far, in the case where, like, we really had nothing for the first 30 minutes when it came to books or, like, knowledge. And then we just found all of them within about a 7-minute time frame, I think.
Yeah, pretty much. And they were all the books were in very interesting locations. One deep in FA, one behind Galamoth.
And the other in the Eastern. All somewhat out of the way. One kicker skeleton kill and Garni gets a dupe Gungnir. Very funny.
Cherubim leaving the Bird Gang behind.
Weak to stone. We have the Cockatrice. I think that's about it. Oh, he resists lightning, didn't he? Very good movement against Julius here just to get these quick Manicore hits in.
Doing 300 to pop here.
I am curious why he equipped Gungnir.
That I don't know. Probably just wanted to do the multi-hits.
Does stone quit resistances? Not even using Skyfish on the suck-in from Julius. Unbelievable.
Like, and there, Julius got one axe throw off before that was the end of him.
Cockatrice Manicore goes crazy.
Garni not even saving, just flying straight up.
Oh yeah, I mean, what could Chaotic offer him at this point? Cherubim making much of the similar decision that Garni did earlier. Like, I've fought in every boss that could conceivably pose a threat. I'm just gonna run in and figure it out. Sadly, we've already seen where the duplicate Schoolo was. It was somewhere in Gardens. Yeah, I struggle to think of a world where Chaos can offer, like, a, It is Stone Week Shadow Knight. Aww. I was hoping to get the Shadow Knight kill. It clearly had Demon's Mail as a drop.
Ooh, gotta be careful, though. Once... Ooh! Ooh. I think he's gonna have to fight
Julius again. Yeah. Wow, missing that jump over the Shadow Knight there is extremely uncommon, too. That is just unfortunate. That's just the sheer, like, courage and, like, knowledge it takes. You can just walk through Julius there when he's throwing the whip out. It doesn't matter. Is just impressive. $536 per hit.
And down goes Julius. Exploded instantly.
Now, will we get a save after Chaotic this or after Julius this time?
No. He simply just won't die again.
You know what? I agree. Yep. This time he knows to use a little bit more caution, and that's all it takes. You can't let one little goof shake your confidence. Cherubim sadly leaving Reservoir here. I don't think he checked Waterfall, so he may not know Blue Book's there.
I don't believe I saw Cherubim Waterfall. So Garni has a healthy lead. That the death in Chaotic here is not going to set him back much. Cherubim's kind of retracing his steps at the moment.
Yeah, I think he meant to go into the other flight-locked area and just went back to Cemetery instead. Getting the one cockatrice hit on the Shadow Knight just as a little bit of payback there.
Alright, and off to the final boss, Chaos here.
How many deaths to Chaos in order for Garni to lose?
And it's weak to Holy, so...
I don't know if, if we're assuming one death is about a minute time loss...
Multiple.
Probably about 10. Cherubim is about to find Red Book here, which is nice, but still doesn't have yellow or blue. And for blue, he's going to have to go all the way back to
just doing 47.
Eastern.
No eyes, 47 per hit. Chaos will be down momentarily.
I mean, he's still with Lubricant 50, yeah, almost 60 per hit, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got, what, 6 or 7 high pot and GG.
Yeah, and GG. So with a near 45-minute finish here, pretty good seed for Garni here.
Yeah, no, that was, as far as Thief Seeds go, that was one of the more forgiving ones I think I've seen. The only thing that really kind of threw a wrench in that one was the book locations in a lot of kind of the... Area randomization was a little bit awkward. The routing was somewhat straightforward in the beginning, but...
Yep, but this is just game 1. We will be back with game 2 in just a moment.
We just need to see what Cherubim's counterpick's going to be. Looks like enemy rando next. All right, so while we do get this set up, get the seed rolled and room set up, we are going to be just a couple minutes, but don't go anywhere. Stick around because we are going to have a race coming up here in just a couple of minutes.